Okay, what's up, people, and how has our wrestling fans been doing? And look, one thing I want to get over or go through, you could say, is that we had a really good thing going on. We had a pretty good thing going on with TNA, and oh man, it was some good stuff, man. It just made me wish that more people would appreciate it. It was just really fantastic. This was a pretty decent match because like what we had here was a pre-show with TNA Victory Road 2024, you could say, and that right there and stuff, where we have Kushida, defeating Leon Slater, and Jake Something and Hammerstone defeating Eric Young and Steve Macklin from there and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's that part right there. You could say was the countdown right there. So yeah, I guess from there is we have the first match, which is a tag team match. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy versus First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro and stuff. Yep, I also recall AJ Francis defeating another dude. I forgot his name. But anyway, we get Jeff and Casey starting us off with Casey, just grabbing a side headlock, but he just wasn't able to knock over Jeff as a result. And yeah, you get Casey trying again, but again, you just can't budge Jeff as a result. And that's where Casey then went with some taunting before Jeff just kicks him and hits a jawbreaker series to stand tall and stuff and do his own taunting as Matt tags in. And we also get Casey taking the poetry in motion and then a spinning slam for Matt for a 2 count and some arm work for Matt now happening right there as well. And yeah, we get Casey fighting back with some strikes and stuff. But I guess from there, Matt turned around and he just bounced him around the corner for a bit as Matt, just went to the second rope and hit an elbow before we also get AJ with AJ just landing, going with the cheap shot to Matt that allows Casey to try his hand at things, but Matthew just throws Casey at AJ before AJ catches Casey, and then Matt just dives into both of them and stuff. And I gotta tell you, man, just really good back and forth stuff. And the thing about this show is we had a really good time, and just makes you wish that more wrestling fans could appreciate this. Because the thing about TNA, it's pretty well rounded because you hardly see any BS. No swash matches, no backstage fights like what happened in AEW. But anyway, you know, it's just pretty well rounded. I would describe that as because it's like saying that TNA doesn't have much weakness at all. You could say no, like they don't rush or anything. Not usually. There are not that many swash matches or something, anything like that. It's just pretty well rounded, you could say. So anyway, we get these wrestlers, heading back into the ring with Casey going with the drop toe hole into the ropes, then a drop kick to Matt as AJ just tags in. And yeah, that's where they work to isolate Matt, and AJ just tries a boot, but he can't get his leg up high enough so Matt has to take a slightly awkward bump there as Casey just tags in. And lands a knee strike, which gets a 2 count, and also from there, AJ just backs in and hits a corner avalanche, then a side slam for another 2 count. As just AJ goes up top for a swanton bomb, but misses and eats the canvas to put both men down right there and stuff. And not only that, we also get Casey just tagging in as Jeff just decides to go run wild with his usual spots, of all which gets a 2 count as well. And a side Russian leg sweep from Jeff happening. But as he wants the twist of fate, AJ just comes in to hit the world's strongest slam, you could say, and then he climbs to the second rope to mock Matt, but I guess Matt was just right there to cut him off, and at that exact moment, stuff before we get Matt and Jeff just climbing up top with AJ in a double superplex, connecting with KC, and a frog splash happening as well to Jeff and Matt having to break up the pin as a result and stuff before we get AJ just blocking a twist of fate from Matt and then setting for a double choke slam. But right there, Matt and Jeff just fight free and hit a double DDT, then eject AJ as a result. And that's one thing I like. I really like the DDT. It looks like it's a pretty good move in my opinion, because you have like real mobility right there, as you can see right there. So yeah, we also get twist of fate from Jeff, then a neck breaker from Matt, and also a nice tandem move as well. And Matt then goes with the twist of fate to set up the swanton bomb from Jeff, and that's where they do it right there and stuff. And this match was like pretty good, 9 minutes and 39 seconds right here. And also I really started to assume that they're more interested in posting on their Instagram instead of their YouTube channel, because for some reason they only posted like 3 minutes of the matches when they were much longer. you know, on their channel, on their YouTube channel, you could say. So yeah, right there is where the Hardys won in that situation after like almost 10 minutes, and so yeah, that leads to the second match with the X Division title match going Zach Wentz and Mike Bailey right here. This one was one of my more favorites. This was more of my favorite right here. This one I like right here. You're like really good. So yeah, right here they tie up and you get Bailey just with some quick wrestling into a crucifix for a pin attempt. You're like that, like that's actually gonna happen. Like it's just going for a pin attempt when the match just barely started. That would have been a terrible swash. I mean, it just feels weird. Like why go for a pin attempt when the match just barely started? It's just yeah, that's the thing right there. Right? But anyway, still good match nonetheless. So anyway, you get Wentz just taking a second to recover after that. But yeah, we also get Bailey just being still out wrestling Wentz early, and Wentz again just takes a moment to try and get his head in the game. You could say with some rope running now, and then Bailey just lands a high kick, and once again Wentz nearly loses his composure with Wentz just demanding to be hit now, and Bailey obliges with the right hand and stuff. And yeah, wrestlers do that every now and then. They're just asking. Yeah, it's a habit thing and stuff. Just asking to be hit and stuff. Demanding that right now. Just to make it more interesting, you could say. So anyway, we get a double leg from Wentz now happening as well, and that's where he unloads some punches from Mount and stuff while they grab an armbar. But from there, Bailey just rolls him up for a 2 count right there. And then not only that, Bailey then misses a kick, and then Wentz just manages to land a drop super kick. Sorry, super kick, not drop kick stuff. So anyway, that sends Bailey out of the ring right there before we also get a suicide dive from Wentz connecting and stuff, as he also sends Bailey into the ring and then snapping Bailey's arm over the top rope before and stuff. I got a salute emoji. It does feel nice getting a salute emoji when we're going live. I gotta tell you, people, it does feel good. Yeah, right there. Christopher Jackson Denver says hi. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yep. Red Lightning Boa, Red Boa for short, or you could say, yep, that's cool. So anyway, we get the Manhattan drop from Wentz happening, but he misses a kick, and then they trade roll-ups for a bit, and then Bailey with a flurry of kicks, just punctuated with an enziguri. Not only that, we also get a back kick from Bailey, then an axe kick and a high kick as well and stuff. Just plenty of good kicking moves, you could say. Just really good. I mean, this is the thing. This is why we had a good time watching TNA, because they deliver pretty good and stuff, and that's the reason why I say that TNA is pretty well rounded, because they don't have as much BS going around. No backstage fights or anything that cause people to get suspended or whatever stuff. Just really good stuff. Just pretty well rounded, you could say. Really good stuff. No rush or anything. No swashes. Just fantastic. Just very fantastic. So we get Bailey avoiding a UFO cutter, but he just gets stomped on the apron, and then Wentz just follows with the punt kick right there before we also get Wentz with the dive onto Bailey on the floor and stuff as they head back into the ring with Wentz just getting stuck on the apron through though. And not only that, Bailey sweeps his legs out, and then with a standing moonsault double kick knee strike right there happening as well. And Wentz is on the floor now, and Bailey just lets the count go a bit high before he goes after Wentz. To avoid the count out, with Wentz also waiting for Bailey low and hitting a snapmare driver on the floor, and then he demands the ref start counting out Bailey and stuff before Bailey struggles, but does get into the ring just before the 10 count right there. Because that's that's the thing right there. Because if someone's like outside of the ring long enough, that results in a 10 count, unlike a 3 count. Just to make to add more purpose to the game, you could say and stuff. Because I mean, we're not gonna have freaking wrestlers take advantage of being outside the ring for so long and stuff. That would be kind of weird, from what I see it. Because so anyway, we get a thrust kick from Bailey that will get a near fall and stuff, but Bailey just wants the flamingo driver, and Wentz just fights that off and grabs a hanging sleeper as they fight on the ropes for a bit now, and Wentz just hitting an avalanche cutter for a near fall of his own and stuff. And you're in. Not only that, Bailey just blocks a knee strike, but we get Wentz just punching him into the corner, then lands a knee strike again and stuff. Plenty of good kicking moves, you could say. But yeah, there we go. They go up top again, but Bailey just slides free and hits a power bomb before Bailey up top does the shooting star press. the shooting star press. I really enjoyed seeing that one. The shooting star press, the way that dude just dropped down, like just really hard, man. It was just fantastic, man. That I like that move. That move and the DDT, fantastic. Very good stuff. I love it. Fantastic, right there. So yeah, that right here, yeah, the way he just straight up just dropped down, just straight down, like real hard. But again, that just results in a near fall. So we get a thrust kick from Bailey, then a tornado kick before we get Bailey missing the Ultimo weapon, then Wentz with the magistral cradle, I would call it, for a 2 count, and then a flipping DDT as well. Because they also do a poison runner from Bailey, but when he tries another tornado kick, we get Wentz just hitting a knee strike with another snap bear driver, only for a near fall as Wentz is losing his mind and stuff and landing a super kick. But that's where we get a UFO cutter just countering into a backstabber with the flamingo driver from Bailey happening as well, so they could get the pin and stuff. And yep, I gotta tell you, just man, they give these matches like really good amount of time, and unlike AEW, because I mean, honestly, to me, just AEW has really been falling behind. Like they've been dragging their butt lately, ever since they let Shane McMahon in, from my opinion and stuff. So you could say. So anyway, yeah. So the official result right here is Mike Bailey winning the title after 17 minutes and 42 seconds. Pretty good, decent amount of time. 17 minutes and 42 seconds. Pretty good, decent amount of time, I could say. Really good. So that's the thing. So we get the system talking in the back with Moose just looking utterly disinterested in all of this. And I guess some people didn't think that he was supposed to come off like that. He was supposed to be a little bit more on the happier side, I guess you could say, and stuff here. So after the entrances for Matt Cardone, just call him Cardone, and Steph DeLander versus Rhino and PCO, Steph DeLander as well. Steph DeLander was getting the mic and then wanting to talk as well before she says her career has been a dream at times and stuff, and she's proud to be in TNA and stuff. I mean, why wouldn't anyone be proud to be in TNA? Because TNA is like a really good pretty balanced in my opinion. Like, we're really well rounded, like I said a bunch of times, because even times you could say so. But anyway, yeah, they were proud to be in the ring with their hero. She was proud to be in the ring with their heroes, you could say, and in front of this and selling out the crowd. She thanks the fans for being on this journey with her, and the stuff with PCO and Matt needs to get sorted out, and it's hurting her, you could say, because one of her friends was like really disappointed what's going on. He like turned against her or something. She did not like that. That little wedding soap opera thing they had in the other show. PCO and Steph DeLander was having a little wedding, and then suddenly, her friend Matt Cardone just came in and just crashed the wedding because he was pretty disappointed at what's going on. She did not like that and stuff. So we get the fans chanting what is, she tells Matt that despite him being a jerk recently, they're still good friends, and she thanks Matt for taking her from her lowest point to her highest, and she thanks her husband PCO as well. Never expected to find love in TNA, but is glad she did, because it's kind of funny how they got that Frankenstein gimmick going on, because PCO he's got that thing where he has that familiar style to Frankenstein, you could say. So this whole thing needs to, because you could say the whole thing needs to end in their situation, as she asked Matt and PCO to figure this out without her, and that she isn't retiring, and she's also not done with wrestling, and promises she has more to give. Pretty reasonable, I would say. Pretty reasonable that she says she has more to give. That's the thing right here. Even though this part is like a soap opera, kind of like, just where they talk and stuff, but that's all right. So anyway, we get Steph DeLander hugging PCO, and then Rhino holds open the ropes for her as PCO walks Steph to the back, and then Matt kicks Rhino in the groin and stuff right here, because Matt's still being a jerk, you could say, not as much of a jerk as Adam Page, because Adam Page needs to freaking shut up. I'm telling you, with all that burning house crap. Oh my gosh, man, that was not cool what Adam Page was doing in the AEW. So anyway, we get the radio silence to Rhino and Matt standing tall. Well, you could say, I guess that means no match for them and stuff. So we get Nick Nemeth getting an interview in the back as he puts over the roster and fans for these moments and stuff, as Nemeth takes the title as a responsibility and admits that Moose has had his number so far, but he's rejuvenated all over again, just to beat Moose and hold the TNA title high and stuff right here. And I guess from there we get the third match, which is, the Knockouts Tag Team title match. Masha Slamovich And Tasha Steeles with Alicia Edwards versus Spitfire. Danny Luna and Jody Threat and stuff right here. Man, you see, like that's what you gotta like about a TNA. That's what you gotta like about TNA. They even give the women's wrestling plenty of time, like because there's not as much swash matches in TNA as there is AEW. That's one thing I noticed. Like they give the wrestlers plenty of good time, you know, which is good for their career, pretty healthy for their career. It's like a pretty healthy relationship, 'cause, being a fan of TNA is like having a good relationship as a wrestling fan. You could say that's how I'll describe it and stuff. So yeah, we get a reminder that if Spitfire loses tonight, the team must disband and stuff before we get Luna and Tasha starting us off. They tie up, but Luann just shoves Tasha off with ease before Masha just wants in, but Tasha just declines the tag and stuff as she tries to do a side headlock, but that's where Luna's power advantage remains. So Tasha has to avoid a few attacks, leading to a bit of a standoff right there and stuff. Because yeah, man, I really appreciate TNA for you know giving the women's wrestling plenty of time too, man. Just man, it really sucks that the WWE fans, they don't appreciate this enough. They just do not. Like, dude, they give like plenty of good time on this, like really good time. Like, I just wish like WWE fans could like understand that, but sadly, many of them don't. So anyway, we get a reminder that if yeah, oh yeah, that's right, Spitfire. Yeah, we had a reminder that if Spitfire loses, the team must disband and stuff. So anyway, we get Jody landing a boot, and then she and Masha fight over position, ultimately, leading to Jody just landing some corner clotheslines rather. Oh yeah, the exploder suplex. Oh yeah, that's what she did. Oh yeah, that's true right here. Yeah, Jody landing some corner clotheslines and then an exploder suplex right here. As we also get Luna just tagging back in and hitting a scoop slam and then slamming Jody into Masha right here as Jody just tags in and they just try a double suplex. But from there, yeah, Tasha just breaks that up, leading to some chaos, ultimately with Masha landing an alleged brainbuster, for a 2 count and stuff, man. Just really good back and forth, I gotta say. Just well done. Like, the booking is good. I just want to say more people need to understand that TNA's booking is pretty good. It's very well done. No BS or anything. I'm telling you. So yeah, we get Tasha just dragging Jody into the heel corner and then tagging in Masha right there. Tasha Masha, but anyway, we got Masha with the trial of suplexes for a 2 count happening as well, and Tasha just tags back in, and then Jody just starts fighting back with strikes, but misses a tag, and then Tasha starts laying in mounted punches before Tasha keeps control on Jody, but Jody lands a boot, then a tornado suplex on to put both women down, and Luna just gets the hot tag as Masha just tags in, and not only that, Luna runs wild with power moves, including a side kick and stuff. Sick kick. Sorry, I messed up right there. Yeah. Power moves, including a sick kick right there before Luna's just suplexes Tasha from the apron onto the ring and then catches Masha and then throws her into Tasha and stuff with the fall away slam and stuff. Man, real decent stuff, man. Real good thing they did with the women's match. That's why I appreciate TNA, man. That's why TNA feels like the most balanced out of other promotions and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, MLW is good too and stuff. So yeah, power bomb from Luna gets a 2 count and stuff with Jody just tagging in and they want a pressure drop, but Tasha just breaks that up, leading to Jody just taking a bringing German suplex for a 2 count. And not only that, Masha with the Northern Lights bomb to Jody, but Luda just blocks a sure knife from Tasha and then throws Tasha into Masha. I'll just call her Masha. Sorry about that, Masha. Stuff to break up the pin and stuff right there as everyone just takes a minute. Then Luna and Jody just fire up, but Masha and Tasha just attack them and then try a magic killer. But again, that's where Luna just breaks that up, and not only that, Luna just decides to land, and and that's where we also get Jody just hitting an F5 right here, where Masha is just isolated, and they get a pressure drop connecting to end things right there. So yeah, that's where Spitfire, won the titles after 11 minutes and 7 seconds. You could say really good, decent time. I would say, man, really good and just fantastic. So yeah, what else we had was the post match with Alicia berating Masha for the loss and stuff as Masha just debates hitting her. But yeah, that's where Tasha comes in to hit a cutter and save Alicia and stuff. As Tasha just goes with some mounted punches, and then she and Alicia just do a pose and stuff right there and stuff. So yeah, they were mad at each other after losing and stuff. So yeah, we also had a recap of the end of the tag team match from the pre-show where Hammerstone and Jake walk in the back, and they made a statement tonight. Looking at what happens when you put Hammerstone and Jake together, they're adding more names to their list, and anyone who gets in their way will suffer the same fate. You could decide and stuff. You could describe it as and stuff. And this is the thing right here. This is what I gotta say, man. AEW needs to. AEW hasn't been making the best decisions lately, but TNA has. I mean, I guess you could say that AEW. AEW could take some notes from TNA in terms of making decisions, because man, AEW has making some bad decisions. Just making some bad decisions, man. You know, like Adam Page's entire career being a bad decision. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you. So yeah. Anyway, our fourth match was Josh Alexander. Well, I wouldn't call his entire career a bad decision. His attitude's a bad decision. That's what. Especially if he's going to talk about burning houses, man. I'll tell you that. I'm a crazy guy, I'm telling you. So anyway, our fourth match is Josh Alexander versus Joe Henry. Decent one. This one I think people were looking forward to the most and stuff. So yeah, we get match number 4 with Josh Alexander. Joe Henry is happening right there. So yeah, we get Josh being happy to tell Henry that now the bell has rung and he's in trouble. And they tie up and fight for position, but Josh gets Henry in the corner, then gives a clean break and stuff. And oh man, I really wish the TNA's YouTube channel could have showed more of this, more of the situation right here, because they didn't really show much of the fight, man. I really wish they did. I'm just gonna tell you, that's the thing right there. So anyway, we got Josh. They tie up and fight for a position, but Josh gets Henry in the corner and then gives a clean break with a small smirk to Henry as Matt returned home from Josh, and then he paint brushes Henry a bit and continues to mock the man as Josh gets a side headlock. And also from there, Henry gets free, and they just trade a quick couple of escapes, you could say, as Josh goes to the striking now with a knee, then grabbing a side headlock and then running into Henry. But Henry just doesn't go down and stuff as Henry just hits the ropes, but runs into a drop toe hold right here as Josh then with the side headlock and stuff before Henry just comes off the ropes after they break, and he shoulder blocks Josh out of the ring. And, not only that, they go back in the ring with Henry going for a hip toss and then uppercutting in the corner and stuff as Josh fights back with the headbutt to the body. But, he just runs into a back elbow from Henry with them delaying vertical suplex from Henry, connecting for a 2 count, and Josh just takes a powder with Henry just looking to follow. They wind up back in the ring and all of that. Henry just from the apron tries a suplex, but just Josh snaps his arm over the top rope and then hits a crossbody to the back of Henry. And both men spill to the floor, you could say, and stuff, as Josh drives Henry into the ring apron and stuff and then start laying his strikes before they head back into the ring and stuff, as Henry just tries to fight back with strikes and then grabs a sunset flip for 2 count and stuff. But Josh transitions into an ankle lock and stuff as we get a quick escape from Henry. But Josh right there just lands a German suplex. And not only that, Josh grabs a chin lock for a bit as Henry just tries to fight free with body shots. And then Josh just grabs at a guillotine choke and stuff. Pretty effective from the looks of it. So yeah, they jump the guards for. They even jumped the guards for it, but Henry just powers through into a suplex to break the hold, and now Henry just fires up with the punches and some clothesline before Josh goes with a boot out of the corner, but misses a drop kick as Henry poses. And not only that, you get Henry just hitting a fallaway slam and then rallying the crowd behind him and stuff as he wants the standing ovation, but Josh just punches him away, only to then, run into a pop-up powerbomb for a 2 count. And again, Henry just tries the standing ovation, but Josh just gains the upper hand on him, and they're both on the floor now as Josh tries to post Henry. But that's where Henry just blocks that and hits a thrust fall on the floor and stuff right here, man. Just really good back and forth, I gotta say. Man, just really good back and forth. Just bam, bam. Just tell you that. Just decent. Really, really good. So yeah. So back in the ring, Josh avoids the Razor's Edge, then hits a powerbomb backbreaker for a 2 count as Josh sets a C4 spike. But Henry just back body drops his way free and stuff as Josh slams Henry into a corner, then climbs up top. But Henry just crotches him and then lands some uppercuts as Josh is straddling the top corner. and Henry just sits for a superplex, but Josh clubs him only to get caught with the second rope fall away slam for a 2 count as they start trading strikes now. You could say as Josh gets the flurry off, and then Henry just chops him down, only for Josh to pick the ankle and get the ankle lock on Henry as Henry just thinks about tapping, but is able to drag himself to the ropes with the strength of the crowd's belief in him and stuff right here. Stuff because, yeah, 'cause that's the thing. The crowd in TNA, they really do like Joe Henry. He's a pretty well positive guy. He's pretty positive. He like a pretty standardized example of a wrestler, you could say. Like a really standardized example of a wrestler. That's what Joe Henry is from my eyes. Real standardized, like real not complicated, no complications or anything with that guy. He's a pretty healthy individual, you could say, and stuff. So yeah, we get. Wait, what do they do again? Oh yeah, they showed off an athletic cup with his face on it, with standing ovation connecting, and then another ankle lock applied. And Josh just tried to get free, but can't dislodge Henry. And eventually, Josh Alex, yeah, Josh Alexander had to tap out again. So yeah, that's where Joe Henry won. Woo, I'm gonna tell you, man. After 16 minutes and 53 seconds. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man. Man, Joe Henry did really good right here, and that's why I like him. He's a pretty positive guy. Like Joe Henry, he doesn't have any like mental health problems or physical problems anyway. He handled things pretty well. Like real positive guy, just real good. The best that NXT could have, you could say. So yeah, our fifth match is the tag team title match right here. Another one, which is the ABC Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers with Alicia Edwards and stuff happening as well. So yeah, what we got here was Brian and Bay just starting us off as they tie up. Then Brian just pulls the hair to get an edge, only to miss the cheap shot out of the corner. And a kick from Brian happening now as he goes for the injured ribs of Bay and stuff. As then he falls with the shoulder block and a rope running from Brian as Bay lands a drop kick with his ribs, still bothering him and stuff as in the process. As Bay with an arm drag happening as well. That leads to him tagging in Austin and stuff as Austin starts after the arm of Brian, but Brian just backs him into a corner and shoulders his midsection. As Austin just counters with a sweep and a magistral cradle for a 2 count. Then he has his arm drag happening and resumes working the arm of Brian right here. Stuff. Yeah, his arm was dragged right there because they really busted up his arm pretty badly, kind of from the looks of it. So yeah, we got Bay just tagging back in and doing a double Japanese arm drag to Brian. As Eddie gets a little bit pissy, you could say, and comes in to do what he does best, is that makes things worse, but he's quickly kicked out of the ring when Bay just dives into him, and Austin just avoids Brian's offense from the apron and then lands a kick, but he sets to dive Eddie, to low bridge him, just to do low bridges with Bay just winning a drop kick to Eddie. He tried to win a drop kick to Eddie, but he just looks to skin the. You could describe him to try to skin the cat as Brian and just hits him with a spear that launches Bay out of the ring and stuff. And not only that, we get Eddie just slamming Bay into the ring on the apron as he chops him and sends him back into the ring and stuff. And that's where we get Eddie just tagging at some point there, with Eddie going with some work to the back and ribs of Bay before Brian tags in, and they're keeping Bay isolated now as they do a bear hug. Oh, they get a bear hug from Brian now as he keeps working the ribs of Bay and stuff, which, man, I would hate to end up in that situation, to be honest. So, we get Bay just fighting back, but running into a kitchen sink from Brian. Then Eddie just tags back in right there as Eddie just hits a backbreaker, then cheap shots on Austin and stuff as Bay again just tries to fight back, but runs into a back elbow as Austin is selling his left ankle after that landing on the floor, but not sure how legit that might be as the doctor went over to check on him and stuff as Brian tags in and grabs a chin lock, with Bay just going for a jawbreaker and then avoiding Eddie's charge as Eddie pulls Austin away from a tag, and Brian just grabs the bear hug again, and Eddie just tags back in and resumes stomping away at Bay's ribs and stuff as Bay with some kicks to fight back happening, but Eddie just chops him back down and stuff, man. Man, I just gotta tell you, man, it's just really good competition. I was pretty decent, I gotta say. Really good stuff. Really fantastic. Like this stuff. So anyway, we get Bay starting punching away at Brian as he gets tripped by Alicia, leading to Brian hitting a spear, and then Eddie with the Boston knee parting to get the win as Brian keeps Austin from saving the match and stuff. And yeah, that's where we get the official result of the system winning the titles. After 15 minutes and 31 seconds, the estimated time and stuff. That's probably what we think. Yeah, after 15 minutes, you could say. So yeah, match number 6, which is the Knockouts title match with Jordan Grace and Wendy Chu and stuff. And man, I gotta tell you, even they give this women's match plenty of good time, you could say. And like no swashes or anything, man. This is why I have so much respect for TNA, stuff. And more WWE fans have to understand. I mean, come on, like these. Here's the thing: WWE fans need to understand what's going on in TNA. They need to understand that it doesn't suck. It does not suck. Like they don't have any BS at all. I mean, TNA is pretty well rounded. Like you could say, like pretty decent. It was. I gotta tell you. So anyway, a scoop slam from Grace as well. Scoop. Sorry. What was I? Oh, sorry. We get Grace with a quick attack of strikes and a gut wrench out of throw. As Wendy takes a powder after that flurry of offense and grabs a pillow, which swings at Grace, but Grace avoids it and DDTs her on the floor. But Wendy decides to sell it and stuff. Wendy just doesn't go with it as well. She's not putting up with their stuff right now in that result. So yeah, we get them slamming Grace into the pillow as Grace's grandmother takes the pillow away from Wendy. Oh yeah, I remember that part right there. That was kind of funny right there. She takes the pillow away because yeah, Grace's grandmother was in the crowd. That's the thing. She was there to watch her her granddaughter, you could say. So yeah, we get Grace just landing a clothesline as they hit to the apron where Wendy just lands some kicks and then pulls Grace into the second rope and kicks her, then lands a knee strike and goes for a neck twister from Wendy. Then she follows up with a headbutt, but some corner work from Wendy, including a handspring, handspring elbow and a running kick in the corner for a 1 count and stuff. Yeah, 1 counts are pretty quick, you could say. So yeah, we got Grace landing an elbow, but gets hung up on the second rope. But Wendy right there just lands a basement drop kick for a 2 count as Wendy also lands a back elbow and then tries a suplex, but Grace just blocks that and then sends Wendy to the apron as Grace just goes to the second rope looking for a superplex, but they fight over that spot and trade headbutts with Wendy just winning that, only for Grace to land a running uppercut and again on the second rope right here. Your stuff. So yeah, we get Grace just getting caught in the Cobra clutch, and Grace just flings them both down to the mat to break the scoop slam from Grace as she looks to fire up, you could say, and then another one happening as well, and then a rolling Death Valley driver for a 2 count and stuff, man. Lots of good back and forth. As we get Grace just wanting the Juggernaut driver, and then Wendy just blocking at first, so Grace just slings her into a corner and then lands a running back elbow. Where we also get a vertebreaker from Grace getting a near fall as Grace just positions Wendy on the top rope and climbs up there with her, and they trade some strikes, and then Wendy just tries a sunset flip, but Grace just blocks it, and Wendy just goes back up for an avalanche belly to belly suplex, and then a brainbuster for a 2 count. As Grace avoids a kick and then lands a right hand, then a release Regel Plex for a near fall as Wendy also fights off the shoulders of Grace and then grabs the Cobra Clutch variation. Man, I'm telling you, decent stuff, real decent. I gotta tell you, man, fantastic, man, very well done. Good booking, I would say. Good decisions and good booking. I'm gonna tell you that. Really good decisions and good booking. That's the thing right there. So yeah, Grace is fading, but her arm doesn't drop as she fights up with Wendy on her back and rams her into the corner. That's where we get the power bomb from Grace happening, and then a Juggernaut driver for the win and stuff. So yeah, Jordan Grace managed to retain the title after like 11 minutes and stuff. There's also post match. We get a post match situation with Rosemary showing up to spear Grace and then hitting as above, so below to set up Wendy's sleeper again. And also in the back, Ariana Grace just talks with the former Santino Morello as they both wish to be professional about this. And then, yeah, I guess that was one way to spend the airtime as we get commentary running down some upcoming events through the end of 2024 and stuff. Before the main event, Frankie Kazarian comes out to join commentary. Something, yeah. So yeah, just from there we get match number 7, which is the TNA title match, Nick Nemeth versus Moose and stuff right here. So yep, and this is what I gotta say about TNA. When when you watch their content, it just makes you want to get a bag of popcorn. It really does, man. Because I mean, how do I say this? It's really worth relaxing after a day of work and watching TNA. Pretty pretty relaxing, you could say. Because they got some good content. That's the thing. I don't know why I slant. I don't know why I slant my camera when I turn it on. That's just part of a habit. But anyway, what were we? Oh yeah, we get the. Oh yeah, that's right. They jaw Jack to start, then Moose just yeah, I see what happened right here. They jaw Jack to start, then Moose just corners Nemeth and lands some shoulder blows to the body and stuff as Nemeth goes with some rights, and then Moose lands a knee lift and a stinger splash from Nemeth, and he lands a drop kick and some punches in the corner, but Moose just comes out of that with the power bomb to drop Nemeth with the scoop slam happening from Moose, and he poses here as he does a lot. Is that he's been doing that a lot lately. Moose has been making some poses lately. So anyway, we get Nemeth with rights and then a headbutt, and Moose just runs into an uppercut, but Moose catches Nemeth in the corner and hits a high elevation. You could say go to hell, a high elevation go to hell move for a 2 count and stuff. As Moose just posts Nemeth and poses and stuff. As Moose is in control now, we get Nemeth trying to fire up, but Moose just chops him down right there and stuff. As Moose just follows Nemeth out of the ring and stuff. As spends time posing and messing with the crowd, you could say. As we also get Nemeth avoiding a powerbomb on the floor and backdropping Moose into the entrance ramp as they head back into the ring, but Moose lands a Uranage and stuff. Let me tell you, Uranage, not urinage. Let's just get that right, okay? So anyway, we get Moose just going with the rest hold, and Nemeth is able to fight free and stuff, but he can't build momentum as Moose chops him again. And Nemeth just slow bridges a charging Moose and follows him out of the ring, but Moose with the pump kick happens as well. And we also get Moose just trying an apron, just trying on the apron power, but just trying an apron power bomb, you could say. But that's where Nemeth counters with the Hurricane Rana. But yeah, and he also charges that Moose as well and gets power bombed on the apron as they head back into the ring and stuff. With Moose then messing with the crowd and stuff as they trade punches with Nemeth firing up and hitting a cactus clothesline to send both men out of the ring and stuff. As Nemeth just shoves Moose into the ring post and hits a German suplex on the floor and stuff as Moose blocks a famouser and stuff. I see they know the famouser as well. Because the funny thing is, for like a majority of time, I was mispronouncing it as the famouser. That's the thing. So yeah, Moose blocks a famouser and just crushes Nemeth through a ringside table with the power bomb and stuff right here and stuff as Moose just drags the body of Nemeth into the ring and sets for a spear, but Nemeth just avoids it. And Moose just posts himself right there as Nemeth with the super kick happens and a famouser, for a 2 count happening as well. And not only that, Nemeth pulls himself to the top rope, but that's where the system members make things worse. They decide to do a little heel work, I guess. When Nemeth just jumps at Moose and Moose catches him, and Nemeth just switches into a sleeper hold, but Moose slams him off over the top with the super kick happening from Nemeth to block a spear, but Moose just avoids the danger zone, and then hits the spear for a near fall as Moose is in shock, and then Alicia sends Moose the title belt while the ref is distracted, and Moose lines up a belt shot, but Santana takes the belt from him to prevent that, and then Santana and JDC start brawling to the back and stuff as Nemeth hits the danger zone move, but only for a near fall and stuff as Nemeth heads up top and Moose chops him though, and then climbs up there with him. We also get Moose just wanting a superplex with Nemeth just fighting him off with the headbutt and stuff before. Sorry, these pop-ups get in the way. Sorry, I got a mess. Anyway, so yeah, we get Nemeth heading up top, and then Moose chops him though as a result, and climbs up there with him, with Moose wanting a superplex, but just Nemeth fights him off with the headbutt right there before Moose just pops up and then runs the ropes and then hits the superplex only to roll through and try a power bomb, but Nemeth counters it with the famouser. He covers, but that's where we have Eddie Edwards just making things worse by pulling the ref out of the ring. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that part right there. Yeah, they just decided to do a little heel work, I guess, by pulling the referee out of the ring so that pinfall wouldn't happen. Yeah, that part right there, that was a little bit funny in my opinion. I thought that was funny. So yeah, we get the ref going to disqualify Moose as Nemeth just begs off like a moron, and instead the ref just ejects Eddie and Brian as they won't leave. But there's JBL, you could say, John Layfield, to lay them out. Then he crushes Eddie with a clothesline from from the Hell move with the most interesting thing Eddie has done in years to take that move and stuff. So anyway, we get Layfield exit leaving the field. You know, he, Layfield exits the situation, leaving the field clear, but Moose with a discussed Larry happens and then a spear. But again, they only get a near fall right there as a result. As Moose is completely apoplectic, you could say, or at least as much as he can be as he chops away at Nemeth again. But now from there, Nemeth is just looking to fire up, and he eats some chops, but starts trading chops with Moose now. Not only that, Nemeth clotheslines, but Moose won't go down, so Nemeth hits a super kick before we get Moose just blocking a super kick and then headbutting Nemeth and trying a spear, but runs into a clothesline and stuff right there, where we get a super kick in a danger zone happening from Nemeth, finally ending the situation right there and stuff. And yeah, but that you have it right there is the official result of Nick Nemeth retaining the title after like 19 minutes right there. So yeah, I guess after that you get Nemeth celebrating with the belt to end the show right there and stuff. So yeah, that's where Nick Nemeth managed to defeat Moose right there and stuff right here. So yeah, despite Moose being a little bit stronger, but strength is not everything because there's more variety to it than you think you could say. So yeah. So yeah, that's where the show ends with Nemeth celebrating with his belt to end the show right there. And yeah, that pretty much concluded the entire show right there. And I gotta say, all this good stuff, man, the decisions and the booking. That's why I give this Victory Road a 10 out of 10 because I don't often give out a 10 out of 10. That's the thing right there. But honestly, in my opinion, TNA deserves it. Deserves a 10 out of 10. That's why I think because like TNA, I like their decisions. I actually do. That's why I have to give the Victory Road a 10 out of 10. That's the thing right there. Stuff. So yeah, and that's pretty much all I have for this video and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened. So yep. So yep. That's all. Those are all the matches, and not a single swash match. Yep. I give this a 10 out of 10. That's what I gotta say. So yeah. So I'm gonna have to end this video right here and stuff. So yeah, I hope all you people and all your wrestling fans do very good, do very well in the future. Hopefully, because yeah, because let's just say AEW hasn't been making the best decisions, like I say. So yeah, this is Red Boa, Red Lightning Boa, or you could say and stuff. About to end the video. So yep, rock out and be there, guys. Rock out and be there. Yep, be there, rock out, and bye bye. Yep, I'm signing out. Yep, to the next video.